Okay, our next problem in this intermediate module asks us to look at some information for this corporation and figure out their net income by the accrual basis. So let's go through, and I'm an old style accountant. I believe in ticking and tying. So when I use a number, I tick it off. So I have cash collections of $295. So I know that's revenue, but it may not be all my revenue. And I'm going to go through and take a look. Do I have any receivables? Yes. I have receivables at 51 at the end of the year, so that's also revenue. So that accounts receivable and cash sales. So my total revenue is $346,000. Now, cash paid for rent is $31,000, but then it tells me as you go through that the rent was for a 2-year period. So I need to take 31,000 divided by 2, that's 15,500. That's for rent. And again, that's the 31 divided by 2. So I took care of that. Cash paid to employees, $111,000. That's wage expense. And let's see what else. Done that. Cash paid for utilities as 41. Plus we owe the $1,100 at the end of the year, so that's a payable for utilities. So that takes our total utilities up to $42,100. Utilities. And when we do the gazintas and exaltas, we add and subtract, we come up with a net income of $177,400. The purpose of this was just to make sure that you got in the habit of reading carefully, where it would have been very easy to take the $295, forget the 51 for receivables. It would have been very easy to take the 31 for rent instead of taking it in 2. And the whole point is you just have to look carefully at both pieces. Later on, when you get to audit, we'll talk about a thing called a clean cut, which means that at the end of each year, you have everything that belongs in that year, but nothing that's for the following year. That's where we're going, but that's a little ways off.